was, I believe,
We showed
you
up.
all preparing to drag this dwarf corpse into the manor and revive him.
No, I don't think that was the plan.
That's what I remember.
We were
I remember-
debating whether or not to res him before or after.
For sure, we're outside the town where we're at.
Yeah, I think that's the whole reason we were sent. I was sent in with freaking Fang or Soren or whoever the hell I was sent in. Asher, I think.
We went to get stuff. We went to get the
Yeah,
stuff.
we went to get the
A
diamond.
diamond.
Yeah.
We went to get the diamond.
Yes,
And
you were
I'll
able
use-
to.
And I'll use
Procure.
gentle repose or whatever it's called for the body not to decompose on the way there.
All right.
Okay. Wait, are we dragging a corpse through the town, or are we doing this outside of town? You guys have still not answered that question.
I
We're
believe
outside the town.
I believe the reason why we were considering it outside of town is because dragging the body out to her keep and then rezzing him would mean necromancy abound, and that's apparently illegal.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that. I don't feel like dragging a dead body to the city and having questions being asked.
Yeah, it might be easier just doing it outside.
And so we'll do it at the secret thief bunker that you have, that we're staying at.
Oh yeah, they're cool with that type of shit.
I think
They're like, oh, we just have this weird being that apparently some of our elite members make pacts with, so we're not going to worry about that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine.
All I remember last time was I made a joke and it went so far over freaking Mark's head that it landed fucking in Alaska or something.
I do remember that.
I don't remember this.
That's the part. Like Soren got it, you got it. Mark just could not get it.
What was it? I don't remember.
It was when I said when I called Trollbreaker Soren's girlfriend, and Mark just could not physically get the joke.
It didn't
Listen, Mark was
sound
trying
like
to
you were
set the
making a
record
joke.
straight.
He's like, they didn't go on a date. I'm like, that's not what I'm talking about. He's like, but they didn't go on a date. I'm like, oh my god, we're done.
I do remember that now. That was good. But yes, you have the diamond for the value, which purchase it 1-for-1 value. You have the opportunity, if you would like, obviously, to link up with your people, Soren, and your party would be allowed into sort of an underground area below the cellar below the cellar of this little roadhouse type deal. Probably some illicit things going on there. People pouring, Pepsi into Coca-Cola glasses, that sort of thing. And
Straight madness.
yeah, just, really, really crazy stuff. People swallowing bubble gum. There's one of those guys over there who's crushing the 2-liter before he puts the cap on it. All sorts of opening chip bags upside down, all sorts of nefarious activity. And you all are kind of ushered into your own little, mostly private area.
Oh my god, that dude just tore a tag off of a couch.
That's too far. That's when the crown gets involved. Yeah, you're kind of ushered into this stone room. Again, it looks like maybe a wine cellar or something, but there's really not much in here. It's mostly empty, just a few cots that people have made access in case you need somewhere to sleep that's not one of the rooms that they offer, I guess, in case you need something a bit more clandestine. And once the door shuts behind you, it mostly blocks out sound from the outside, and you're left in this kind of dimly lit room, just a few candles casting dim light over the corners of the stone.
full, so we resurrecting the bodies today or tomorrow.
I would rather do it today. I think the 10 days are nearly up, aren't they?
Yeah,
He
it's
died
getting there.
4 days
If
ago,
you-
I think.
Yeah, if you gentle repose it, doesn't it reset the counter?
Once you add in travel time, he's at least around a week. But yeah, it's general repose is a 10-day duration. For the duration, the target is protected from decay and can't become undead. It also effectively extends the time limit on raising the target from the dead, since days spent under the influence of the spell don't count against the time limit of spells such as raise dead. So yeah, you've essentially bought another 10 days. Counting travel time, yeah, you have at least a week and a half.
Neat.
Now, what can we do in a week and a half to blackmail this?
Well, I just like just gotta just randomly have a stick and start poking Lawrence. Do the thing. Do the thing.
Which I'm already doing as soon as they close the door.
Do it faster.
Shush! It takes an hour.
So you all get to kind of awkwardly sit around for an hour as Lawrence performs this ritual with this.
Alright, who wants waffles?
I don't know what those are, so no.
I would just take a fruit salad.
They do have a kitchen. I mean, they do serve food there, so. Presumably Soren or whoever could get you access to those facilities if need be, Fang.
I mean, I have a very nice set of cooking utensils inside a decent kitchen. I could probably make anything.
Yeah.
But can you block?
Can't you dodge a wrench?
What are we doing?
We're waiting an
That's the
hour
question.
awkwardly. You know, I'm actually gonna roll to cook some food for people because this guy's probably gonna be starving when he wakes up.
I'm
But
glad
he'll
you're
have
able to read
negative 4
between
to
the lines
eating.
there, Fang.
He'll have a -4 to eating. Also, where is Herc?
I thought Herc was with us.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna make this guy some nice soup.
He's probably very hungry, but he's.
Do any of you want some soup?
Fuck you and your soup.
And there's Marge, charming as always.
The caprices were all like,
What kind of soup do you have?
Whatever you want, but that within reason that I can make.
Give me a nice hearty stew. Quite famished.
All right, I'm making a pot of soup.
What kind of soup is it? If you're gonna be a cooking character, I'm putting you on the spot. What kind of soup is it?
I was checking my inventory to see if I had any dragon meat left. Sadly, I do not.
Yeah, I think you sold it all, right?
Yeah, I sold it all to hopefully fund that weapon creating procedure. For now, let's say it's gonna be a chicken and veggie soup with pasta.
So you're just making chicken noodle soup.
Yes, I am. Do you want me to roll for it, Kenji?
I do want you to roll for it, actually.
What do you want this to be under?
Your choice of dexterity or wisdom with cooking utensils.
Definitely dexterity.
You all get some pretty good chicken noodle soup. And Lawrence, you're going ahead and casting the ritual of the hour.
Mm-hmm.
And so after an hour, suddenly, is this raised dead? Are you using raised dead?
Yeah, raised it.
Yeah, so after an hour, suddenly this dwarf's eyes pop open and he inhales sharply. Kind of an old, raggedy looking fellow. He struggles to try and sit up and catch his breath now that he has it again. He kind of grasps around weakly, confused, trying to figure out what's going on as he sees all these people just sitting around eating soup.
Here
And
you go, sir. I give him a nice bowl of soup.
he pretty much chugs the soup. He
Finally
just tilts the
awake.
bowl. Stop. He tilts the bowl, Skyrim references aside, and chugs it down. Spills a bunch of it all over his beard and shirt. He doesn't care. Then he just takes the back of his hand, wipes his mouth, drops the bowl on his lap, and says, "Why did you bring me back?"
Because
Yeah.
fuck you, that's why.
He squints at Marge and says, "You don't look like any dwarf I know."
Ah, I hope I'm not any dwarf, you know.
Raised me from the dead to insult me, is that it?
It wasn't my decision.
He looks around until he spots
She doesn't
Lawrence.
exactly do things that are helpful. Mostly destructive.
Aye, and if dwarves aren't strong enough to hold up in captivity, they don't deserve to live at all.
Well, we actually brought you back to help out your family member.
To be fair, this was a big rescue mission and we just kind of found you.
Aunt Jira. Did she put you up to this?
Was that the name of the
Who?
new troll
No.
breaker? Or was that the old lady?
Doesn't
I don't
sound
think we
familiar
met
to any of
anyone
you.
named Gira.
I've never heard that name.
Was it me daughter?
Are you a Trollbreaker?
I am a Trollbreaker.
Well, then I'm assuming yes.
Is she here? Where are we?
I don't know where we are.
Well, we are at my organization's inn. We didn't want to bring your corpse back to her, as she probably thought we would have killed you and then stolen my villa and also killed us. So that's why we need you alive first.
Or because we're decent people and we're not. Well, I'm at least a decent person.
No, you're not.
I point at Soren. He's kind of materialistic. She's an asshole. I point at Fang. Yeah, he's all right.
Thank you.
Shut up.
Yes, the guy that tried to stab you in the face is all right.
Yeah, just all right.
What about me son? Argo.
The fuck?
Who?
Wait, she has a brother?
Is he gone
I'm
missing too?
assuming dead. Ah. We only met her.
He goes silent for a while and then says, "Are you sure you didn't see him in that prison?"
Could you describe them?
He goes through a list of basic descriptors that are, strikingly similar to himself, minus the uh, some of the signs of old age. And some of the more perceptive of the group may remember seeing a few dwarves in the cells that were somewhat similar to the descriptions, but no names other than the Goliath at one point did mention the name Hargo.
Is the Goliath gone? Essentially.
Uh, Presumably he didn't crawl in a cellar, so he's probably outside watching the door.
Gotcha. You might want to ask the Goliath. But he was talking about. He mentioned the name, but
Which Goliath?
I just kind of stare at the others. I didn't catch his name.
No, the paladin.
What about a paladin? Oh yeah, the
I
paladin
thought
that didn't
that
die.
was the bugbear.
Yeah, that was the bugbear.
Let me see him.
Yes, because I so have him in my back pocket.
I'll call him in.
He kind of ducks his head under the doorway and squeezes through. And once he and Emor see each other, they both laugh, and the dwarf springs up to kind of weakly wobble over and give him, I guess, as good of a hug as he can, considering that he's a Goliath that's essentially trying to crawl through the cellar here.
Oops.
And he says, "Me boy, where's Hargo, your Maina? Where are the little ones?" To which the Goliath sort of responded as you all did, that he couldn't make him out in that crowd of prisoners, but that some of the dwarves that were taken from Mirabar returned to the city and were trying to find their places again. Emror looks around at the party and then finally focuses in on Lawrence, seeing as he was the one who revived him.
How the fuck
says-
does he know?
You know, I was like, oh, how would he know that?
I mean, he kind of had to put his hands on him.
Yeah, presumably
I
Lawrence
could
was
do
the
that.
one orchestrating the ritual, so he focuses in on him and asks, "Can you help me to her?"
To your daughter?
Aye. Me legs are
Aye.
weak.
Is she even here, yo?
I'm pretty sure you meant take him back to the city.
Why does he need us to help him back to the city? He can get on a pony.
This was part of the deal.
Yeah, we'll take him. No problem. It's so easy.
Since I don't think we're gonna be fighting anytime soon, I'll cast heal at 6th level.
Would you like some more soup, Mr. Trollbreaker?
soup at 6th level or soup at 6th level. Yes.
Soup
Heal
at
it.
6th level.
That
The
Necro, if you
ultimate
could find a way to
spell.
enchant my soup to be a medicine, we could make a killing.
But yes, he accepts as much soup as you have to give him.
This is not good.
And
Right on.
Badass.
meanwhile,
Jesus
Harkus is over
Christ,
there
Necro.
scarfing down soup as well. He doesn't really know what's going on. He's just along for the ride.
Wait, Necro, why does it say 70 plus 2 and 6?
There's so I forgot there was a few things that adds
He has special homebrew items on him.
actually
Oh, okay. Sorry.
no.
That's a shitload
No,
right there.
I think it's part of his life cleric stuff, right? Life cleric and
No,
does your Asmore come from?
this is the actual class thing.
Oh, right. Okay, so it's just
Yeah,
the
there's
2
the
plus 6 is because it's 2 plus the spell's level. I see.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's the actual class thing I get at 6th level.
Gotcha.
All right, yeah, he seems largely revitalized. He eats as much soup as you have to give him, and then he cleans himself up as best as he can and prepares to set out whenever you all are.
Don't have
Soup at 6th level. That's
Don't you diss the soup at 6th level.
That's a very powerful spell.
See, I'm kind of the anti-soup person, so I learned the spell no soup for you.
Bitch,
Counter
are you
soup.
you're a
Soup Nazi.
stew. You're a
Fire.
stew bitch.
you don't need that. Just slap the ball out of his hand.
Like Shaq blocking the.
So you guys aren't going to believe this, but I just added up all my gold together. The only reason I'm just derailing everything is because it's hilarious. I have 6,969 gold.
Wow, that's
That's hilarious.
nice.
Just get out of here.
I'm not joking. Kenji, look at my sheet.
Let me
Kind of
confirm.
confused how you have more gold than the rest of us, but okay.
Hey, he has enough money to buy plate armor now.
Well, he's not
I've been
lying.
saving up. I rarely buy anything.
He is not lying. He does indeed have 6,969 gold. Counting the
I
silver
still have
converter.
more than you.
I
Well, no,
realize
don't.
why
Actually,
he
don't.
has
Shit.
more gold than me because I just dropped 3,000 on a fucking spell the other day. But how does he have more gold than the other people?
I'm a fighter. I don't spend
I dropped
shit.
a lot of money. I dropped a lot of money on my arm, making my arm. So
I dropped all my money on getting this deal done.
To be fair, I'll be
I still
just
have a
as
good
broke.
decent
I'll be
amount of money.
broke as anyone else if I'm able to spend that.
Meanwhile, I'm still waiting on my mithril fucking horn.
I'm just hoping we go to Waterdeep so I could cash in the 2K gold I'm waiting for.
I'm
No,
pretty
so
sure it's more than 2,000
Lawrence got
gold.
that. Lawrence got that stimulus check. He's waiting to turn it in. He was ahead of the curve. All right, though. Let me check. Okay, yeah. So, whenever you guys are ready, you have free reign over Mirabar currently. It's early in the morning by now, so you still have plenty of time to do anything you need to do. If you would like to drag this poor man across town before you reunite him with his family.
Yeah, let's reunite it with his family first, then drag people across town. Mainly because I don't want to hear the bitching, and plus we.
takes a greater resurrection to remove one exhaustion, right?
I believe so.
Restoration. Maybe we can just
Yeah,
take him there. I want our villa back.
All right, heading to the Trollbreaker Manor then.
In my villa?
Our names are all on the deed. Our villa.
I thought my name was only on it. Not sure.
All of us signed that contract, sir.
Damn it. But I got the deal done. This is all me.
You have to check whether they're on the lease.
Yeah, you know what? You're all my tenants. Rent just went up, bitches.
Cute.
First of the month.
Cute.
No
Yeah,
coronavirus.
I'm pretty sure there
Topical.
are 3 of us here that can kill you instantly with one spell. So, what was that about rent?
You'd have to find me.
Not really. I
I'm
have
going to
AoE
grapple
spells.
him.
Every
You also
four-
haven't seen the
every
house yet.
4
It could be a
sessions.
horrible repair.
I'm actually
Every
really
4 sessions, we have to
surprisingly
have rent negotiation.
because I can dimension door, I can misty step, I can be invisible. Very difficult to get a hold of.
Stunning strike. I can hit things within 30 feet of me when I freaking feel like it. I'm faster than you. And
I'm
Marsh
stronger than
calls
you.
lightning on
I'm
people.
stronger than you. I know the area more than you do.
The area, like
The
where we
area.
are now.
I would assume so. I'm a dwarf.
Yeah, you're a filthy fucking dwarf. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, what were we doing? Because we got so off.
Walking this poor old man back to his house and hopefully get our money back
Yeah.
from his daughter.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
He suddenly
You
springs
gave
to life. He's
money
like,
to
yes,
his daughter?
this brave group of adventurers has rescued me. And he comes back to life. They're all just sitting around eating chicken noodle soup, arguing over rent. But,
I
I mean,
wasn't
honestly, I
arguing
like
over
this.
rent. I was arguing over death.
isn't that what you always do, though?
Honestly, I'd like to figure out who you get to kill me. That'd be interesting. You seem to be only going to be running away.
I've not ran away once.
I was talking to Soren.
Oh,
If you show up to the Trollbreaker Manor, then some of the guards don't recognize him, but eventually the captain is called out. His eyes go wide as he sees the much older Amror now, and quickly ushers you all in. They lead you right to the courtyard. No funny business, and they immediately escort the entire group to the main hall where you last spoke with your Mena. And she's there again. The cracks before the throne from where she dropped the hammer have been repaired by now, but she still sits with that sort of lazy ruler's pose as she leans on the giant hammer and props her chin up on her fist in the other hand. She's dressed differently this time. She has this kind of what looks like white gold finish on her armor, and she's this great sort of crown, armored crown in a way, and this blue and red and gold cloak draped over her armor. She's very lavish looking, and her eyes go wide for a moment as she sees you walk in with a dwarf in tow, but she quickly suppresses her surprise and returns to a more neutral expression. She beckons you about halfway up the red carpet, so to speak, and then nods to you as if waiting for you to address her first.
We're back. The drill worked.
The mithril held up. And I take it your operation was a success.
Eh.
A rousing success, in my opinion.
She perks her brow and looks at you, Soren. You care to elaborate?
Well, why don't you see for yourself? And I'll ask, old trope breaker, would you come in here, please?
He steps in and calls out, Yarmena.
Get the
And
fuck off my throne.
yeah, get out of here. He steps up for this amazing reunion. He's like, say my daughter, boys, y'all got the wrong house. But he steps forward and calls out, Yarmena, and rushes toward the throne, and she pushes herself to a standing position, eyes wide with shock, as she reaches down to help her father. They exchange a few words about how long it's been, so on and so forth. And then they kind of lower their tone and mutter something. It's kind of difficult to hear.
Why are they whispering? Yeah, what are they whispering? I should say.
Aaron, you would be able to hear with your passive perception that it's. She sort of questions her father's previous actions, and it eventually, after a short discussion, comes to, we'll discuss this later after. For now, it's better to just enjoy the reunion. And you also notice that it seems like there's someone standing behind the throne. He's a ragged-looking young man, another dwarf, and he kind of steps out as well to help his father stand as well. You realize now that he is draped in the sort of tunic, so to speak, the colors and all, and the traditional style of clothing the troll breakers wear. And judging by the description, this is probably Hargo. It seems like maybe he had made his way back from the prison, but he just stands in silence. And,
Oh, hey, look, we found the brother.
yeah, and overall, other than that short outburst, Yermena quickly goes back to her neutral, almost disdainful expression and suppresses her shock for now to instead take her place at the throne and just give a level look to the party. It seems you've upheld your end of the agreement.
I'm
Your
sorry, did you
papers-
doubt we would?
Well, it was quite an ask, but you did agree, and I will see to it that your papers are returned to you.
Yes, would really like my deed back as quickly as possible.
Our deed.
Well, I must thank you for
Yes,
returning
we would
my
like our deed back.
family safely back to me. But I've grown curious. What all did you find at this supposed prison?
Demons?
Shady people, demons. There may or may not have been a pit thing that was about to be summoned, but someone said no to that.
Yes, I denied that pit fiend access quite easily.
Bone devils? No, bearded devils.
Both.
Both. The scourges. Sturges, that's it. The bug things, right?
Amro's about to say something, but he stops.
That is quite an assortment of villains.
What were those snake things that were made of bones, of skeletons?
Nagas.
Yeah, those.
You mean to tell me this was all simply beneath our noses?
I mean, take it for what you want.
Perhaps what you said is true then. Were you able to confirm that there was any outside involvement, or were these simply some brigands who had taken
Oh
to...
no, this guy was fucking infiltrating Waterdeep.
That's what I was trying not to say, but thanks.
Yeah, I was avoiding talking about that.
Oh
Now-
shit, were we not supposed to say that?
Now she seems very interested. And she says,
Christ
And
alive,
by
son.
that
What is wrong
I
with you?
mean-
I facepalm.
she beckons you closer, Soren.
I'm sorry,
Dude,
I'm
if-
very tired.
I swear to God, he's gonna get Waterdeep killed. He's gonna get Waterdeep screwed over because he wants to get laid.
Yeah, everybody's like halfway up, or they've been the guard captain is there with some guards, and everybody's kind of escorted about halfway up. But she beckons you closer, Soren, and in fact points. So at the end of the row, so to speak, there's like this circular platform with a few others making this sort of circular staircase up to where the throne is sitting on an elevated platform, and she nods to you and then nods to the bottom step, or the area in front of the bottom step, rather.
I mutter ass kisser as he walks past.
What do you mean? Ash is asleep at the inn.
No, that's a dumb joke. You should feel bad.
But assuming you do approach, which you certainly do not have to, then she will ask for elaboration on this. Water
Well, there's like this whole secret society, and they're infiltrated every aspect of the world and all the cities, and they're trying to bring back demons and elementals. It's all quite insane sounding, but it is true. We found lots of proof, and we've seen this man's cult summon lots of things, and he was a person of renown in the criminal world.
What motivation would he have to do such a thing?
Meanwhile, I'm
Power,
over here whispering to the girl. I
chaos.
think he's confusing the cults.
Aren't they connected?
Yeah, they are, as far as you know. Yep.
Also,
It's
you've
this
been
big
here
elemental
longer
cult.
than us.
Yeah, it's this big elemental cult, but you notice that there are some outside players there. It seems like it's kind of less outside players and more. Some of them seem to have cheated, especially as you all have kind of driven various branches of the elemental cult down, and it's waned in power. It seems like they turned to some fiends to help bolster their forces. But she asks about motivation, and when you answer, she says, "Surely it must be more than just chaos."
They truly want to rule and make. They've also made deals with Summer Fae, or Winter Fae, rather.
The Fae.
I feel like that's not correct. Maybe is that correct?
Hold on a minute. We're getting our plot lines mixed up here.
I thought it's all connected.
No, those are
No,
that you're talking.
is
What
not.
you're talking about with the Winterfell is the freaking is the actual crown.
Oh, those are the purple dragons. Okay, yeah.
No,
Purple
those are the
Dragon
purple
Knights.
knights. The dragons are over there.
What is wrong
Knights,
with
that's
you?
right.
Well, to be fair, they are basically those what they call them, purple dragon knights or something. It's like a class.
Yeah,
I
that's
imagine I imagine he's up there talking to her, and like we're back and we can't hear. We're not supposed to be able to hear. And every time he gets it wrong, I just shout the right
To be
information.
fair, I wish you guys could see Soren's character sheet, because the amount of notes that he's taken for this campaign.
Are they right?
Apparently not.
Yes, actually, surprisingly, yes. I always cross-reference my notes with his to make sure that I'm not misremembering.
So if the world's wrong, it's Soren's fault.
I just haven't.
No, he's got it
reread them
right.
in a while.
Yeah, he's got it right. Mostly the mix-up was between the crown and the elemental cult, though. But yes, were you able to capture him?
Define capture.
Well, I
killed
got
him.
this, and I'll pull out his head.
Jesus Christ! Why did you keep that?
Reasons.
She chuckles
I don't
and
know why
says,
they ripped the. I don't know why they ripped the head off his body. I thought that was a weird thing to do.
You're the one that
chuckles and
ripped the
says,
head off the body.
"Is that a
Nani?
drow? You should have told me. That explains much of it.
Wow, racist.
Pretty, but dangerous. You didn't get the opportunity to speak with him."
We did, and then I point to Marge because Marge decided speaking was overrated. And
It
broke
was
the mirror.
quite short. Our words. It was cut quite short.
Could you perhaps commune with him? I understand that you have a rather powerful cleric in your party.
Lawrence, can you?
Which one are you talking about?
The one
well.
that does the healing.
Yes.
The
Yeah,
one
there's
whose
two
spells
clerics.
are not offense.
The one that's not Thor's grandmother.
The one that's not drinking right now.
don't
I'm
know if
not
Lawrence has
drinking at
wine in
this
his hand.
moment.
Yeah, Lawrence is sipping wine. Oh,
It's like, this is Marge's special brew, and it just hooks up jumper cables to it. It's got a live wire running into the vat.
Which spell was it?
Talk with dead.
Yeah.
speak with.
Hey, let me check that, because I don't know how that would interact with a mask. So let me reread Speak with Dead in case you do.
It needs the entire mouth
As
being
long
able
as he
to
has his
movable.
jaw.
Unless your mask is some otherworldly bullshit, it should work.
Wait, what mask?
The one that we took off the head. That is not currently should be a factor.
How are you going to use Speak with Dead on a mask when a mask is inanimate
No,
object?
we're using it on the head. Pay attention, Marge.
Y'all just said y'all were using it on the mask. Don't make me
No,
punch
no,
you
for
in the
some
chin.
reason
Basic
we
was
think
asking
that
how
the
it works
mask
on a
was
mask
still
when
on
we
the
have a
head.
head.
Yeah, because of the mask acting similar to a soul gem, I was trying to figure out how that would.
Oh, right, his soul's stuck in the mask. I forgot about that.
But I think it would still work with Speak with Dead, because it says it doesn't return the creature's soul to its body, only its animating spirit. So
Does it
Only its
specify whether or
anime
not the soul has to be free?
animating. I don't think anime spirit is a thing in 5e, but I'll look it up just for you, Soren.
If that's the case, I want to learn Ultra Instinct like yesterday.
Yeah, I want to learn Spirit Gun.
Fuck that, give me caster shells.
But,
I want to
but
shoot
yes,
freaking dimension door.
it seems like Speak with Dead would work just fine.
I could possibly cast that spell, but I do not have incense required for it.
Dude, we're
Assuming
in the middle of one of the richest places in the world. You think they don't have incense just lying around?
we
Isn't that what that
were
over
to
there
provide
biting in
you
the
with the
sconce?
materials, Mr. Lawrence, you introduced yourself at some point, didn't you? Right? I guess when you signed, or
Actually, no. I haven't.
or have you yet to give your name?
Nobody bother asking for my name.
All right, she will
Right.
ask for your name then.
She's the
Name
worst
is
kind of host.
Lawrence Nightingale.
Fuck you.
Okay, Mr. Nightingale. Assuming we were to provide you with the
I just got that fucking joke and I hate it.
Yeah.
Saying we were
Yeah.
to provide you with the proper ritual materials. Would you be willing to perhaps enter into another agreement? I would very much like to speak with this individual and see how far this corruption goes.
Remember what happened last time you gave rich people what they wanted? They are now constantly, terrorizing the entire world.
I'm pretty sure rich people do that anyway.
I think Soren and Lawrence are the only one left on this party that were part of that group that handed the keys
Yes,
over.
they are.
Yeah, there was only 3 of us originally. Yeah, I mean, technically, that's just what rich people do constantly, isn't it?
She awaits an answer.
Well,
Yes.
She nods to one of the guards in the back of the room, and they shuffle off.
Shit. Nah, shit. Here we go.
They all draw
again.
weapons on the front. No, he shuffles off and then returns a while later with what looks like some incense, Soren. Or not Soren, but Lawrence.
What about, did they not bring any Dank Kush with them?
Fortunately not.
wait, do we still have the mask and stuff?
Yeah, you still have it.
Okay. I need to keep that for my order to look.
Why don't you hand off these strange magical items to this NPC, Soren? Why don't
No, thank you.
Yes, they bring the materials for the Speak with Dead, Lawrence.
Let me check the spell real quick again. Before I do the spells, we should write down have an idea of what questions we should ask it.
Agreed. Seeing as
Who do you
you're
work for?
casting the spell and your party has apprehended this individual's head, I think it only fair that you be granted the majority of the questions, but I would like to reserve one for myself.
Who does number 2 work for?
Who does number 2 work?
And I must give a disclaimer. Since we were hostile with this person, the spirit might lie to us.
To be fair, that's Marge's fault.
Technically, it's all of us, isn't it?
No, he was quite cordial until Marge broke the mirror.
But technically, everybody was fighting with this person.
Yeah, but it's mostly Marge's fault.
That's what Channel Divinity does to him now.
You can't combine Speak with Dead and Zone of Truth, right?
I mean,
let
you
me look that up.
can? Maybe? Didn't say they need to have their
Somebody
spirit
else.
to use it.
I'm sure it's been asked. Sage advice. Ah,
Huh.
I mean, technically, it wouldn't stop you from using Zone of Truth because they're inside the zone.
Yeah, and so sure it doesn't
The
technically
zone
need their
doesn't
spirit
say
to
you
work.
have. Yeah,
okay,
zone
well, that's a
doesn't say.
cryptic answer, Jeremy Crawford. Thank you.
I know, isn't the best when he sometimes gives cryptic answers?
Okay, because here's what he said. He said, Zone of Truth works on Okay, hang on. That seems to imply that it does not work. Let me see. No, apparently it does not work because it only works on creatures, and that's not considered a creature.
How
If
is
you
it
use,
not considered a creature? It's a spirit.
yeah,
That's what
if
I
you're
was
putting a head,
wondering, but
it's becoming undead, doesn't it?
according to it, it is not considered a creature. It's just considered a spirit and a corpse.
But both
So
of those are
zone
creatures.
a spirit in a corpse apparently does not count as a
A
creature.
spirit is a creature.
Is that from Wizard of the Coast themselves, or is that somebody just saying that?
That is from Wizards of the Coast.
That's from Crawford's bitch
Damn.
ass. But what is the DM rule?
Let me look at Zone of Truth. Let me read this.
What the hell is Spirit Shroud?
It's one of the new spells.
Dun, 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 dun,
Okay,
dun,
so this is
dun.
weird. Apparently, no, Zone of Truth doesn't work, but apparently you can. It is, I guess, since they're not omniscient, it apparently is possible to disguise yourself and trick a Speak with Dead into. It's weird. Apparently, you can trick a Speak with Dead like you could if you were speaking with a living person.
Okay, well
Deceiving
then
and
I'm gonna
everything else.
disguise myself
But
as like
apparently,
one
you
of the-
can't Zone of Truth them because they're not a creature.
I'm gonna disguise myself as
Wait,
like
wait. You can lie to them,
oh,
but
That's
you
what
yeah,
they
can't.
I can lie to
said.
them.
That's what they said.
All right, so should we all? Why would you disguise yourself? Why don't you disguise Lawrence?
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna be talking. Can only one of us talk at the same time?
He
Let me look
only
how it works.
answers. I'm pretty sure he only
So
answers
the only
person.
person that can hear him is the person that's cast the spell, but everybody can ask questions.
Well, hang on. I think actually, no. It speaks out of its corpse, so everybody can hear it. But Lawrence's questions are the ones it's going to answer.
That's not what I read in the spell. It's the last time I read it.
Yeah, it says you grant the semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range. If it still has a mouth and it's not undead, then it works. So presumably, it speaks using out its actual mouth. But it says that until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions, which seems to imply the caster. So the way it would work is that Lawrence would cast the spell, and whenever the corpse speaks, it would actually speak out of its mouth, as if it were really using its vocal cords. But Lawrence's questions are going to be the one that it answers.
Okay.
So you're telling me that this guy can't speak out of his ass like he did in life?
Oh, Savage Burn, man, you got him. You got him. I mean, he's dead, but damn, he's really dead now.
You can be too.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
That's out of character. I'm saying that.
But yep, that's how that works. So, is there any disguising going on, or are you just straight speaking it?
No, I guess if he can't see us, then it doesn't fucking matter.
I don't know if
I'm-
it can see you. I have to figure that out.
I mean, I would assume it can see us if it's because it says if they were hostile to you.
Yeah, presumably, I'm gonna assume that it can see out of its eyes. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what I'm gonna rule.
Okay, then I will disguise myself as a cultist.
That doesn't help us when Lawrence is the one asking the questions.
If he can still see us, then yes.
That's why we put him in the corner of the room facing the
Okay,
corner.
he just said that Lawrence is the one who has to ask the questions.
Wait, how long has it been since we killed this guy?
Like less than a week.
A few days, yeah.
Alright, because it says it fails if it's longer than 10 days.
Yeah.
If it
it's
was
like
used on it within 10 days.
No, never mind.
Yeah. You can't spam it out.
I didn't know what 5th level spell to take. Can I modify memory a dead person?
No, because they're
Oh,
technically not
boy.
alive to modify.
Yeah, not a creature.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
You guys are asking a lot of stuff that they're not rules for. That one specifies creature.
So what you're saying is Wizards needs to invite all of us to poke holes in all their spells.
I mean, to
Apparently.
be fair, I would assume the ruling on it is if Zone of Truth doesn't work because it's a spirit inside a corpse and it needs a creature. I wouldn't assume modifying memory would work either.
Doesn't somebody have disguised person or something to change my appearance?
That's what I've been saying, but Gauss is so in he wants himself to be the cultist
I
for
don't
whatever
have a
fucking reason.
spell
Disguise
like
self
that.
only works on himself.
I can
Then why don't you
polymorph
have a disguise kit?
Can I polymorph you?
Only if you want to turn him into a dog.
Yeah, I mean, we understand that man is the most destructive beast, but that doesn't really apply here.
Yeah, that doesn't work.
So he's just gonna be hostile. Who the hell, hostile AF?
All right, guys, here's what you do. You speak with Devin. You tell him all your party secrets, all the evidence you found, and be honest with him. It'll work out. Trust me.
I'm inciting the DM.
Legendary save. Storm. I assume you're just trying to match his cult's appearance, right? With the disguise self.
Yes, exactly.
All right. Any other preparations then?
Should we all leave?
We go away from where he's pointing the skull.
Yeah, it should just be us two, I guess. And I'm gonna lie to it and say that like I'm forcing this cleric to
Yeah, I was
do
gonna say,
spells.
should we put him in chains?
We caught him. We caught him. Like, tell us what you want to do, Master. That's what I'm gonna do.
So should we put him in chains?
This feels way too complicated.
Yeah, we're overcomplicating this.
Yeah, whatever. But it'll be fun.
Bring the chains.
Yeah, clap them in irons.
I refuse and I start casting the spell.
I was gonna say for Lawrence.
Yeah, I'm tired of this shit. We're getting nowhere.
One actions. Okay. Yep. All of a sudden, I thought that was somebody putting counterspell, but all of a sudden
Someone should minor illusion that though. You know. The
It's supposed to last for 1 minute or 10 minutes.
you see the head become animated.
I look at the lady.
I will ask my question at the end.
And I look towards the group.
Out of character, weren't you the one who said we should wait till we have written down questions?
Yes. Yes, he was.
Yeah, that was before he was threatened with shackles.
Fuck you.
So
we know
you
you
have
can
5
lie.
questions, which your Maina is requesting that you allow her 1. So you have, assuming you want to uphold an agreement, then you have 4 questions that you can ask this spirit.
Wait, I got a question. If I were to do it at a higher level, do we get more questions?
I don't even think you can cast it at a higher
Yeah,
level.
it's not a higher cast spell, unfortunately.
Because then we have 3 questions.
We would have 4 questions. Don't you get to ask it 5?
There's one.
3 questions, sir.
There is one I want to ask.
All right, that's fair.
All right. So,
Hurry the
are
fuck
you
up.
starting with your question, Lawrence, or are you allowing the party to go first?
I'm allowing the party to go first.
All right. So, 3 questions between the party, one for Lawrence and one for your man at the end.
Oh, she's gonna go at the end. All right.
Yeah, she'll go after Lawrence.
I'll go
Lawrence
first. Since Lawrence is waiting, I will ask him. As the servant, master, we recovered you. We've killed all.
Sorry, you cut out there. It was we killed all what?
We killed or captured all the insubordinate scum. What shall we do now? What is thy bidding?
Who the fuck are you?
What is the next plan? The pit fiend did not rise. What is next?
You must go. A young man has fallen into the river in Lego City. Make a deception check, please.
Oh, gladly.
Togi, seriously, stop eating into the mic. Why is this so hard?
Natural.
I didn't know if that was
20.
eating or if that was.
Oh my
I
God,
thought I was
Soren.
going crazy. I thought my audio was bugging out.
No,
So,
yeah,
I'm
Toki,
gonna
stop
be honest.
being
I'm
the
not eating
slobbering-
into the mic, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Then what's that scraping noise?
I don't know. Oh, it's probably my beard rubbing against the mic.
This is why we invest in stationary microphones.
Look, my
That's
stationary
legendary. He's really
microphone
getting into
thing
the
is too
dwarf
small.
roleplay. Like, well,
See,
okay. He
see,
literally
I would
cannot
be
beat that
honest
no
with
matter
you, If I
what.
was getting to the dwarf wordplay, I'd have to cut off my beard because my dwarf has no beard. Because
It's not a bearded dwarf lady.
she has really long hair.
But okay, yeah. After a moment, it says, "Recover my mask. Do not let the crown take hold of it. Certainly, don't allow the Fae to grab hold of it. Commune
why,
with me
though?
there." That's the answer to question 1.
But why though?
Shut
Now
up!
I'm
No, don't
curious.
ask that question. Do not ask that question. I know why he doesn't let us because the mask calls him spirit.
But we don't know that.
But we do know that.
How do we know that?
It was identified that it apparently somehow or
identified.
another.
It's a black soul gem. Moving on.
So that was answer 1. 2 more questions from the party.
One more question for the party. One question from her, right?
Well, 2 more for the party, then 1 for Lawrence and 1 for your main. A total of 5 questions. 1 has
You
been
guys are
used, 2
better.
are reserved.
Man, you must even suck worse than math than I do. There are only one of you.
Huddle, group huddle behind behind the skull so he can't see us. What do we ask?
Oh, I thought Lawrence was asking a question.
I think he's literally waiting for the last question, or at least second to last. Just letting the 3 questions from the party fire first, right, Lawrence?
I guess I'll follow up. Yes, master, we'll protect you. And who shall lead in your stead? Who shall we look up to?
Scatter yourselves, commune only with me, but if you must consult with someone else, let it be the archdruid that we know.
Out of character. Fuck!
The archdruid that we know, that could be anybody.
Yeah, that could be any. just behind, just with mouthing. Ask what the druid's name is.
Well, I'm out of. Do I get one more question or no?
Yeah, you get one more question.
Okay.
Think of a
God,
good
you guys are
excuse.
bad at math, like horrible.
Think
He's
of a
just
good
being
excuse
careful.
for why you wouldn't know.
Wait, do I get one more question? Yes, Speakle Dead Ends.
We no, we haven't heard, Master, from them in quite some time. Where can we find them?
Excuse me, I may or may not have forgotten the name of the place. Let me consult the wiki.
I got
Consult Soren's notes.
Right, give me a second. God has to consult my data files.
Yeah. It's like the file cabinet in Bruce Almighty, you know? It's just
Yeah, exactly.
the grandfather tree.
Necro, now it's you.
Yes.
What is going on with you?
The answer, he says, is the grandfather tree. Allow him to commune with me. I will explain the rest.
Where the fuck is the grandfather tree? Have we been there?
I don't think we've been there yet. I think
is-
this is different. Oh,
it
it's the
is-
same tree?
Let me
We've been to
let
one
me
of
make
the
sure
pillar
I didn't name
trees.
the wrong thing. Yes, the grandfather tree. That is it's pretty close to where you all fought that big battle.
But
It is
it's
the
not the
tree or
one
no?
with the Fae thing.
I'm pretty sure the thing chained up in the tree wasn't Faye.
Yeah, but it was put there by Fae, and then the entire region turned into winter.
I mean, there's a difference between you putting something there and you being the reason it's there, the reason why it's broken. Like, caused by the Fae sounds like the Fae were trying to break it free. Being put there by the Fae in chains is a whole different story. Y'all are making enemies where enemies don't need to be.
I'm just trying to make sure we know exactly where this shit is.
Yes.
Sorry, guys. Am I too late?
Nope.
Nope, we're just learning a lot from a dead body.
Yes,
Lot
did
of
you get-
info.
So, was that the answer to your question, Soren, or did you phrase it there wrong? You asked where to find them, right?
Yeah, that's what I asked, where
yeah.
to find them.
And his answer was allow him to
grandfather
commune
tree.
with me at the grandfather tree, which is basically where you all fought that huge battle in the forest.
Oh, that's not good.
That's not good at all.
Oh shit.
Fuck. We need to summon
we the
everyone
baddies?
we know and like gather all forces and I don't know.
Call a summit.
Yeah, exactly. Call a summit.
All right, Lawrence.
We've
would you like
progressed
to
too
ask your
far in the
question?
Dragonborn campaign. We need to put the war arc on hold.
Lawrence, would you like to ask your question, or are you allowing for your mana to go first?
I'm letting the lady go first.
All right. She asks. She, asks you to ask for Soren, since obviously you're the one upholding the disguise here. Ask that you pass along the question of whether his infiltration and his network of allies extends beyond Waterdeep.
I mean, we know that it definitely.
Right.
Okay.
I guess she means more specifically whether he has infiltrated any other hierarchies.
Waterdeep is ours, sir. What shall we do to get to secure Neverwinter and the other cultures of like dwarves?
How is that the question she asked?
Unfortunately, my hands were proverbially tied by my condition, and so it seems our plans were thwarted by that pesky group. But if anyone is to understand, then it would be one of the sages, the archdruids. But stay away from the elven kingdom. They too have fallen to the winter corruption.
Nani?
Nani?
This was supposed to be an elements campaign. Why did it become a Fae campaign?
I mean, they are winter fae. They are the elements of cold.
So I actually think he has good intentions. Like clearly the winter.
Doesn't matter. He's
Fae-
dead.
No, I meant like he probably was doing the right thing. He thought he was like he's Thanosing it. Like the intentions were good. He just went about it all wrong.
So,
Fuck
Aaron, you
him.
want to
Fuck
ask your
everything he
girlfriend in
stands
your
for.
head?
But Thanos did nothing wrong.
I mean,
Fuck you.
Hashtag Thanos did nothing wrong, but
Which see, this is where it gets confusing because so the kingdom is working with the
Hashtag I
freaking
vote for the
Fae.
Empire.
So the kingdom's working with the Winter Fae.
Yes.
Yeah, so
But they're
basically,
also
as far as you understood it in the beginning, or as far as was clear, it seemed like the crown simply wanted to suppress magic, and this elemental cult had somehow or another become intertwined with the Winter Fae as part of a deal to do these powerful summons and bring the planes together. Basically, be able to extend the Fae's reach into the prime material plane. Though as time has gone on, it seems like the Winter Fae has also managed to, at some point, sink its claws into the crown. And so it seems like they have tried to intertwine themselves with as many groups as they can to stir up this chaos on both sides, because more chaos and more summoning, more chances for them to strengthen themselves and eventually try to break into this plane.
But doesn't that go counterproductive to them keeping whatever that world-eating monster in that tree is sealed?
I think they want to unleash it, don't they?
Yeah. The implication seems to be so.
Yeah, because the whole
Fucking
point is
A.
like they're like magic is bad. We need to unleash it. It's gonna explode or whatever. So
Yeah, the implication seems to be that it is, as far as you can tell, it doesn't seem like it's a Fae creature, but it seems like the Fae have somehow managed to bond it, and they are trying to ensure. Think of it like a weapon, and they're just trying to make sure it's pointed in the right direction before it goes off.
Kenji, I swear to God, if that's a fucking Tarask.
no, it's like Jormungandr.
Jormungandr.
Thank you. It's the world serpent.
It's a possibility.
yeah, but how do you chain up a snake?
Wait, so are we
Put
to
hooks into
understand?
it.
Are
Well,
we to
Marge, I
understand?
hope you're ready to
cult?
sacrifice yourself.
the cult and the Fae seemed very opposite currently, right? Their goals are opposite.
Um,
And
it seems like they were working together, but now it brings into the question of why specifically. Um, but because it seemed to be split up into several branches,
Kenji.
like Soren has figured out at some point during the campaign that someone in his order has defected, possibly, and is working with them. Um, this particular branch seems to have been run by our friend here, who we now know to be Rango. And the question is now whether Rango indeed intended to simply lead his particular branch of the cult, like the others, and work with the Fae, or whether he had some other intention for his particular group. Um,
Oh, Rango Bango.
specifically, he seemed to, like when he first showed up, it was with a group of fire cultists.
Yeah.
This time it was with fiends. The
So why didn't
particular,
we
I
kick
guess,
his ass the
fire,
first time?
the particular fire branch is what he seemed to be in control of, and that seemed to be the last remaining vestige of power there. Hence why the Phoenix was summoned finally, and nothing else has been summoned since. What
Kenji,
was your question?
are the Winter Fae freaking palpatining this war?
That's not an.
I am the Cynics!
That seems like it's maybe a possible conclusion to jump to.
Jesus Christ! We can't win!
oh shit.
You
Does
just
that
got
mean
it.
that he has Palpatine's daughter in his head? He has
Oh,
Rey
fuck.
in his head.
He's got Ray in his head.
Oh no.
We've been playing into the hands this whole time.
That seems to be a very strong possibility at this point. Yes.
I'm losing my shit.
This is a Clone Wars situation, very possibly.
I'm
Well,
waiting
that's
for
why-
Order 66 to kick in.
No, seriously, that's why he was so pissed off when we had that truce with Neverwinter, because it like stopped everything in motion. So we need to keep that truce, or else like it's all fucked. And we need to declare war on the Winter Fae, like all of us together.
How the fuck do we declare war on the Winter fucking Fae?
Just saying,
Do you?
Summer Fae may.
Those fuckers are
I
as strong as
mean-
gods.
I
Do you
mean,
guys want to invade another plane?
technically, you can't remember the Winter Fae, so they're like the fucking silence. How the fuck are you gonna fight them?
I can. I'll remember.
No, you won't.
I remember.
You have a Winter Fae in your head. Shut the fuck up.
We're compromised. She's a double agent.
Yes,
Yeah.
what she represents. It's very possible. Lawrence, would you like to ask your question now, or is that not relevant to the conversation yet?
Mighty Spirit, to be or not to be? What is the question?
Fuck off.
Is that your actual question?
Yeah.
Somewhere in between, as I have devised.
It was worth it.
What?
And with that, the spell fades and the corpse is no longer animated.
The fuck is going on? As Fang holds his head, trying to comprehend everything that just got revealed.
Fuck
I'm sorry.
you.
I'm sorry for
Yeah.
being late. So
Andy, you came in at a really interesting time. You came in halfway through Speak with
Hey,
Dead.
Kenji, just for a point of clarification, where the hell is the elf kingdom that he was mentioning on this map?
The Neverwinter Wood is where they were last located.
Oh, so there's a kingdom of elves next to the kingdom on the coast.
Yeah. Kingdom is a loose term. It's more of a civilization of wild elves. It's where Tyen originally came from. You remember how the rebels had allied themselves with the elves in the siege? Same group. They say kingdom because they're a regal sort, but it's just not to make them mad because in reality they're just think of like the wood elves from Warhammer Fantasy. They're just kind of a small forest civilization. And from what you all have heard, you haven't really had much contact with them, but apparently they have cracked down on druids dissenting druids in a similar fashion to how the crown has cracked down on
Cracking down
wizards.
on, yeah, like that's what happened to Tyen,
Mhm.
right? Oh, I'd be really mad if Tyen's the archdruid. I don't think he is, but that would be very upsetting.
And sorry, Handy, what was that you were saying?
So, okay, so this entire thing's being manipulated by Fae, pretty much?
So it seems like
I would not put it past them.
throughout the entire campaign, it seems like the idea has been, which obviously you miss a lot of this because you joined late, but the idea has been these powerful elemental summons, and it seems like it was to whip up chaos. It was eventually revealed that part of the reason for this plan is that some of the some characters from other planes are interested in trying to break onto this plane in force and be able to expand their power to the prime material plane. And these summons and things were one way of attempting to do that.
Okay.
However, now it seems that it's gone a little deeper, and the people from other planes, the Winter Fae, have been identified as a big player currently. But whoever it is from other planes that want to come onto this plane have also apparently sunk their claws into both sides as a way to ensure. So, sort of like he said, a Palpatine situation.
Kenji, are you leading us to a freaking Mercer style divergence event?
We'll see.
I don't want to roleplay a war with the gods.
So we're fucked. I mean, what?
Well, it's time to take my girlfriend and move off continent.
I don't think you can escape this one. Just saying.
So how do the troll breakers realize that the entire world is just the playthings right now?
Yeah, she's thinking about this very hard, and she says, "Do you believe what he said?"
Wholeheartedly.
It fits too well in my brain.
Because if this is true, then disgraced as this house might seem, we can't simply sit idly by and allow this to happen. You seem to know more of the situation. Do you have some sort of plan?
I look to the group. Do we? Because I'm pretty sure that pot a hole in a lot of our plans.
I've never had a plan.
Yeah.
Leaders
You
of
realize
this group,
we
what
are
are we doing?
we aren't the. You realize we're not the planning type.
Really? He could have fooled me.
I kind of just, we have rough ideas, but in the general scheme of things, we just punch whatever gets in the.
Please, Soren, Lawrence, the leaders of the party, tell them your plan.
Whoa.
I mean, that is correct.
When was this decided?
Thank you for coming correct. Yeah, it is nice to hear.
They're the co-leaders of this party.
When was this decided?
Because
Just a fact.
when they were the last
Been here the
OGs left in the
longest.
group.
Okay, there was only 3 to begin with. Stop saying the last.
Yeah, she looks to you, Soren and Lawrence.
I think the best course of action is to gather all parties that know about this, that have a little idea of what we've experienced. We need to formulate a strong truce with Neverwinter, allow magic back into the world, find this. But before that, we need to really track down this Arch Druid and take him out.
Do you believe the king of Neverwinter will allow for a truce?
I don't know how deep their tendrils, their cult's
We'll probably have to deal with him first. If from what you've told me about this crown is correct, it's not going to be an easy thing to deal.
Oh yeah, there's also a cursed throne, and yeah, there's a lot of bad
Crown.
things going on.
Cursed crown.
Oh, I thought the throne is also cursed.
No, pretty sure it's just the crown.
That question is up in the air about the throne.
So what you're telling me is we need to throw both the crown and the throne in the ocean. Got it.
Well, we
You
do
have 2 clerics that can dispel curses. What are you worried about?
Yeah, we have a lead also.
The quite literal armies of Neverwinter.
You act like we couldn't get taken straight to the throne room.
We could. I'm pretty. How would we be able to do that?
It's easy. Get arrested.
I'm pretty sure imperial law doesn't put you in front of the king.
I'm pretty sure he's one of those maniacal kings that likes to gloat.
And it is not.
We break out. You act like we can't use magic.
You act like they don't have an army of people designed specifically to stop magic from working.
And,
They don't.
Yes, they
and
do.
wouldn't they have? And don't they have most of
Hold
your
on.
faces on wanted posters?
Back
Like,
up.
they know
Toki,
you
did
guys
you
are.
black out the last 5 sessions?
They totally do, and they can track.
I've never not been able to use my magic, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
That's
have you
right, his
fought
character
Purple
joined
Knights?
after we stopped dealing with the Purple Knights.
Yeah,
You
Purple
forget
Knights-
that before he was a gunslinger, he was a magician. So no, they've never been able to stop my magic.
Well,
So how
let
about
us-
that D?
She nods and at one of the guards to go retrieve it and says, "Let us assume then that the king does not cooperate. Do you have any alternative for dealing with Neverwinter?"
Apparently, I've killed royalty before.
Okay,
Maybe.
okay, that's something you don't say in public to people who are considered high society.
You do realize there are other 2 that killed royalty before. It's not really a secret.
We have a lead on the throne maker, the man who knows the king probably the best, and he lives outside Neverwinter. We could contact
Wait.
him.
You mean you put a total stranger on the throne?
What? No.
That is technically what happened.
No.
You're
The general.
fucking
You heard of
retard.
a military coup. A strong military commander became king. That's what happened.
That you had
And
no
by
real
becoming king,
acquaintance to?
You gave him the crown.
He was the leader of the army.
And you didn't say,
Okay.
hey, maybe don't wear this crown. It makes people crazy.
Yeah, we did.
Even in Mass Effect, I don't give Ludina the fucking throne.
I'm mad because I don't remember what you're talking about, and I love Mass Effect.
Yeah, Mass Effect 2,
you
at
get
the end of the game, you can either give no Mass Effect 1.
Yeah, Mass Effect 1. You
At the
give
end
it
of
to the
Mass
black
Effect
man.
1. You can give it to the black dude, or you can give it to the white guy. The white guy who
Yeah,
has
you can
all
give it to-
these ambitions and secret agendas, or the black guy who doesn't want it and is a straight laced arrow. Yeah, it's literally you give the throne, you give the position of senator, counselor, counselor to Udina, or you give it to Anderson. And nobody chooses Udina. Nobody smart chooses Udina. That jack. And those people who played Mass Effect 2 before they played Mass Effect 1 got stuck with Udina. Oh, did they really? Yeah, so if you don't make the choice, the default choice is Udina. I don't even know what I've never given him the thing, so I've never known what happens when he was given the council seat to begin with. The same thing that happens in Mass Effect 2 is just except Udina's the one that leads the conversation that you have with the council, and the council pretty much tries to like puts you on the chopping block, and Udina doesn't help where Anderson does. So it's a little bit harder to retain your Spectre status, but it's not impossible. Anyway,
Does
we're
that
getting
go
way
off
off track.
whether or not you save the council too?
Oh no, if you don't play Mass Effect 1, the council dies. Yep. So the new council.
I let him die anyway. The council's full of assholes. Fuck.
I saved the council because if you save the council, you can save Thane. And Thane's my favorite character.
You can?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a very long quest thread.
I thought he always dies, no
what do you
matter what.
I mean, not save Thane. He saves the counselor, and you get the cool little thing with Thane. Because if Thane survives and he doesn't, you don't save the original council, I don't think they do anything with that storyline.
I think Kenji and me are the only ones left out of this conversation.
Well, all you have to do is go download EA Access or get Origins, and they give you the entire Mass Effect series for free. You have to pay for EA stuff. That's the only problem.
Yeah, I don't support doing that.
And for everybody that doesn't support EA, they're just gonna up their prices. So you're just hurting people in the long run. Congratulations.
Yeah, well, they stopped making good games.
I just wait till I don't have to pay.
I'm sorry. No, the people hurting everyone in the long run is the people who keep giving in to EA
Ultimate Sport Team Manager mode.
Instead of saying, "Hey, this game's a piece of crap, and you should stop putting this stuff out there," like, "No, it's the greatest thing ever. Keep buying it." How can you say
that when they helped publish the greatest game of the 21st century, Anthem?
What do you mean? Okay, I
wash my hands of Anthem. Okay, but they gave me one of the greatest games of all time, and I will always go back to them for that. And what is? I don't care that they fucked it up.
You mean BioWare?
You mean Raid Shadow Legends?
Yes.
I will stab you in the dick hole. No. What is the greatest game of all time? I want to know this.
It is Raid Shadow Legends.
Exactly. No one's talking to you. I don't have a greatest game of all time. I have greatest games of all time. I don't have one game. What was the one you just was talking about? Damn it, Jesus! Mass Effect, dumbass. That was BioWare.
BioWare by
and then
EA.
BioWare licensed by EA. That was BioWare first, and then EA.
Yeah, but Mass Effect 2 is dope, and that was EA.
No, Mass Effect 2 is not dope. It's good. Mass Effect 2 is way better than Mass Effect 1, and then Mass Effect 3
I
agree
trash.
The gameplay's better. I agree the gameplay is better.
The story
is they started, but you could tell that's where it started, and things started going downhill from there. They're like, "Hey, the gameplay is good, but we're gonna start destroying everything else."
I
And then
mean,
Andromeda.
what's happening with BioWare is just the same thing that happens with every company that EA buys. It's just happening longer.
That's true.
Rest in peace, Visceral Entertainment and Dead Space.
So I'm assuming we're never going to get a Jade Empire 2.
Bro, they keep telling me that they're gonna bring back Dead Space, and I'm over here waiting for that shit.
They're not going to do shit.
This is so off the rails, but they're probably never going to bring back Dead Space.
I'm sorry, we kind of
I
devolved
doubt it.
really heavily.
No, believe me, I'm interested in
Better
this
chance of them bringing back
conversation,
Jade
which is what's
Empire than
bad.
them bringing back Dead Space.
I
See,
would
that's
love to see a
Dead
Jade Empire.
Space has a way bigger fan base than Jade Empire.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's still a better chance they'll bring back Jade Empire before they bring back Dead.
Because
Oh,
the numbers
shit.
for a survival horror game aren't as good as generic football games.
Here's the thing. I'm waiting for them to come out with a new Tenchu game. Is all I'm saying.
A new what?
I've been waiting for a new Tenchu game for a long time now.
I don't even know what that is.
Isn't that all PlayStation 2 territory, big dog?
That's old. Tenchu is really old.
Dog. Isn't that the one where you can make your own like ninja?
Mm-hmm.
Dog, I hadn't played that one in a minute.
Yo.
God damn, that's a long ass time ago.
When do I just get like Vice City and just like live that in 3D? When is the technology just gonna let me do that?
I mean, when they make GTA for the VR system,
That's all I want. That's all I want. To do cocaine.
you say that, but I want a VR system where I can play Battlefield and just go ham with in VR.
I want a freaking VR system where I can play Dragon Age and actually make a damn.
Okay.
And I would really like an RPG that when I give them my answers, they're not generic answers, but answers that I come up with real life. So when they say something stupid, I could just be like, you can go fuck yourself and see what the AI does. Like when I'm about to be mugged. Like when they try to mug me, the Dragonborn, after I fight a dragon, and they're like, give me all your money. And I could just be like, so I want you to think about all your life decisions today. Because you literally just see me kill a dragon.
No,
Do
he makes
you
a good
really
point.
think the gold coin in my pocket is worth your life?
He makes a good point. We've hit the peak of game and technology whenever you can say bruh and have it registered by the AI in RPG.
I just
Anyway.
love...
Bruh.
Anyway.
I got one last thing of
Okay.
good karma, and that's the fact that the freaking indie team that made Pillars of Eternity is making the new Baldur's Gate game.
Yes. No, wait, no. It's people that made Divinity.
Was it Divinity or Pillars of
Yeah.
Eternity?
Yeah, they made. Yeah, so Obsidian made Pillars of Eternity, but no, it's made by Larian, the people that made Divinity.
Okay. Either way,
It's still good.
and it's going back to lines of choices that actually make it an RPG.
Yeah, I'm excited for the new Baldur's Gate. Anyway,
Back to this
Back to the
no-win
campaign.
scenario.
have you guys had proper time to consider your options now?
I need to roll something.
I don't know, but I hear this EA Games company sucks.
EA is the one behind the Winterfell.
I don't know. I hear the CEO. Fuck, I can't
To
remember
be
how to pronounce
honest,
his name.
EA is only evil when there's money to be made. If
There's
there's
always
no
money
money
to
to
be
be made,
So always?
they will make a game that is completely all right. And then they will figure out how to make money off of it.
Oh, you mean like how their CEO is also on the freaking ESRB board? Which is a clear conflict of interest? No, we can't go back. We cannot go back.
Can't. It's gone too deep. This entire campaign is just
The longer you stare into the abyss, the longer the abyss stares into you.
Oh,
Anyway.
hi. My name is Orcus. Can I offer you a couch?
Back to the campaign.
So I just want to point out that I'm playing XCOM right now, and one of my guys looks like the dude from XCOM The Bureau, and I didn't make him that way.
Wait, wasn't that failed shooter?
Anyway.
Yeah.
Aaron's going to challenge what's her name to a fight.
For fuck's
I didn't
sake!
do
We are
it
in the
for
middle of a
fun.
political discussion.
For fun. He does not give a shit.
She
I mean, add to the
declines.
political. I meant add to the political thing, but you guys went way off the rails. So I'm like, screw it.
She
I'm
says
assuming
she says
the
perhaps
political
once
now.
all of this is settled.
Now that's just boring.
So,
But isn't she royalty?
What's your point?
can we count on the dwarves then if we decide to try to mass together all forces in order to stop this chaotic nonsense?
You can count on the troll breakers, but as for the rest of Mirabar's council, you can make no guarantees. I'll have to consult with the Council of Sparkling Stones, and troll breakers no longer hold a seat on this council.
Well, we'll be in touch. Do you have sending spells that we can communicate with?
There are casters and those familiar with runes within the house. Yes.
All right, cool. We'll just hit you up in a little bit.
Wow.
Just to check on see how things are going, because
Well,
we
Keep the
obviously
411, Jizzy.
I
so
will slap you in your kneecap.
What's the sitch?
oh jeez. So yes, we'll be in touch.
Please
Do
do.
you, do you know any other
Actually-
people who be sympathizers?
Not particularly. I'm afraid we don't have many allies these days.
Oh, maybe you can razzle dazzle them at that council meeting.
I will attempt to do so.
Well, it's been a time and a half, and I'm just gonna leave.
But before we go, I do not remember how to address you, so I'm just going to say, hi, Lord Trollbreaker. I have just under 7,000 in gold. Can you make me a giant sword made out of your mithril with the dragon eye in it?
She just looks at you for a really long time.
Is that not enough gold? Do you want me to try to persuade this woman, Genji?
I'm trying to figure out how much this would cost.
I mean, to be fair, we just resurrected her dad and brought to light that there was a whole plan to essentially fuck everything up.
I'm also willing to barter my last oranberry plant seed so they can get that shit going.
Okay, you can't make money off of it if you keep giving it to people.
We have a tree growing at our base. Shut up.
They will too.
What'd you say?
You want a giant mithril sword.
Oh yeah, I drew up designs, and I pull out a scroll that I did in the off time. Don't worry about it. Shut up.
Are
I
they
just
good?
imagine
Are-
it's freaking.
It's
I was gonna say,
effectively
are they good, or
Dragon
is it like a
Slayer from
kindergarten?
Berserk, except it's got a dragon eye near the bottom.
Okay, here's my question. Is it actually a good design, or is it like a 12-year-old on DeviantArt?
No, this is
Wait,
flavor.
can I-
I didn't actually do this. You want me to roll
Yes,
for
I know.
dexterity to see
Yeah.
if it's real?
I want to
was
know
gonna-
how well Fang drew this.
What would this be? Sleight of hand?
Yeah, I want to know if this
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, I want Asher to be able to criticize it,
Please.
critique it.
What is all this?
Oh, it's the sane magic item prices put into a text form. I'll
All
set
I
up a
can
PDF.
imagine is that it's just a picture of an orc, a 12-year-old drawing of an orc with a sword, me, and big ass sword.
Oh,
21. Suck it.
okay.
A stick figure of him.
It's
You're
Does
just
he have
effectively
disadvantage
looking
'cause he
at
doesn't
Bloodborne art.
use this? Does he not have a? Does he have disadvantage because he doesn't know how to use these tools?
I can cook. I know how to hold a pencil.
what?
What is it? No, it does not equate.
Uh,
I know how to cook. I must.
He's trying to see how the pricing on how heavy that is versus how much this material's worth.
You apologize, Mark.
okay.
What?
You apologize to all artists.
So you simply want this large sword to be made of mithril.
Yes, ma'am. With this eye right here, I point at the drawing, and I hold out the eye I have.
Would
She's
the eye do anything though?
she has
I'm gonna have
this-
it enchanted. Shut up.
She has
Okay.
a weird expression come across her face. She's probably trying not to laugh. And then she says,
We could do better.
He's a
"Do
very
you have
simple
any
man.
other requests for this weapon?"
Maybe put a centaur on it.
No, ma'am.
A
I
centaur.
know a magic person back
No, a
home, and I'm
centaur.
hoping to get it enchanted.
Maybe carve a centaur into the hilt.
And there's quite a lot of mithril.
It's not enough money, is it? I understand.
How much are you offering? If you're not consulting with our runesmiths, then you could
Out of
certainly
character.
afford simply a mithril sword, but
Out of character, I just imagine it's like, guess you don't.
You're
you cut
cutting out.
really bad.
Your face is cutting out.
Show me the gold.
I hand her a giant sack of gold and a smaller sack of platinum.
Mm.
She hands back the platinum. This will be sufficient to simply craft this sword, but to have it enchanted, anything beyond that, well, I'm sure the cost would scale quite sharply. Would you like it sent somewhere?
Yes. Would you like it gift wrapped?
Actually, that's a good question. Are we going to plan to stay in the city for any period of time longer after this?
I have things to build, sir.
No, I can pick it up when it's done.
It may take a couple of weeks.
Ooh. How long is it going to take your tinkering there?
Oh, dude. Dude, I have smithing abilities. I work that drill pretty damn good. I could just make it for you. Like on the road.
Actually, there's a couple people in this party with smithing abilities.
But Asher, you're weak and frail.
Yeah, but they have
Alright,
to allow
fuck
you
you.
to work with the mithril, though. That's the problem.
We could
Like,
just
like
buy
we can't just
mithril.
buy the mithril. We can't just buy the raw materials.
Are you
and
all having this as an
put it
open
together?
discussion?
Yes, we are.
Okay, then she says, well, the act of forging this ridiculous blade was more of a favor, but if you would simply like to purchase the mithril, then this would be sufficient. You have proven yourselves some of you anyway have proven yourselves worthy of working with the material, but we're not liable for any problems you encounter with it.
Yay!
Okay,
Thank you.
yeah,
She
since I
acts like
rolled that,
she's the only one of a noble house here. Frankly, it's very infuriating.
Wait,
I know
what?
nothing about you.
so since I rolled that
Mm,
nat 20 on making the drill, would I have any additional insights into crafting mithril weapons and shit?
Yeah, I'll factor that in. I'll just do it on the DC so you don't have to bother modifiers for your rolls. But, Soren, the deed is returned to you. And as you go outside, there's a big cart with a big slab of mithril. Like a giant slab of mithril, because it's going to have to be hammered out.
Damn straight. Jesus Christ.
Yay!
All right.
I'm not
Sweet.
carrying that.
Don't worry, I got it. I'm moving like I'm like moving a bed with someone sleeping on it. I'm moving like 2
You know
inches
what?
a
Roll
second.
athletics just to see if you can move it any faster.
Wait, you want me to roll athletics?
Yes, I want to see.
22.
You heave it, and you move it an extra few inches, and then your arms feel horrible for a moment, and you realize that you're probably gonna need a cart for this. At least until you move it into the workshop.
So are we
Well,
melting
Hey,
this
Asher,
down,
maybe
or
if
are we?
you ask what's her name for.
No, don't melt it down. It'll be
I'm
cast
sorry,
Hey,
iron.
Asher,
what,
maybe
Eric?
you could maybe you could ask what's her name if you can. She'll help you. Eh?
Um, I don't know. I don't think I want to involve myself in romance at this time. You know, with
I was
Winterfell taking
talking.
over the
I
world.
was talking about somewhere to work, not romance. You kind of fucked that one up completely.
Well, I'm sorry. Every time you talk about her, you try to lead to that situation. I can't help but think that.
You guys wait here. I'm gonna go get the cart and the horses. And you see Fang
As a
just
matter of
run off
fact-
to get the cart and the horses.
He is not a bright person.
Yeah. But hey, I mean, sure, we'll see if I can work with her on that. Maybe it'll give me some time to, finish up that arm of yours.
Mm,
It's almost complete.
Oh, I should also say, Soren, whenever the deed is returned to you, it's like it's sealed in a case because they didn't want to case it. So it's all neatly packed. Fang, you're able to fetch things. They just throw in, considering you just spent over 4,000 gold on this slab of mithril. They're gonna throw in the pony and the cart. So you're able to get that.
All right, so I guess we're going to get Dwarf Girl
The
and
Hall of All Fires is where her workshop is. You know where her house is as well.
good luck with that. I have someone I need to talk to.
alrighty.
All right, so we'll deal with Aaron. Who did you need to talk to? Is it a extended conversation or?
Oh no, it's Mabe.
Okay, yeah, we can handle that in messages then. We'll go ahead with Asher if you would like to head to either her house or her workshop to try and find her. Then you could do that. The Forge Festival is kind of ended now, and so it's easier to get around.
All right. Just 1 second.
Now,
And you also notice that as you kind of transport this gigantic slab of mithril, despite the fact that people are looking at it, no one really seems to be sketchy about it.
Like, who's
Because,
gonna be able to lift this shit?
yeah, okay, there was a guy in Florida that stole a vending machine by dragging it into an elevator, but that was Florida, so.
Wait,
I mean,
what? You dragged a vending machine to an
there's a
elevator?
video of it. I'll find it for you. But Mirabar is such a tight ship, and the guards are so heavily armed and armored and crack down on crime so hard that no one really seems to be sketchy about this. So,
I
Okay.
did a message to my boy Talos.
okay.
I mean, not a
Talos
message.
got
I've
it.
sent it.
Okay, what would you like to message him for?
We need to meet urgently. Discovered the masked man and traitor from Waterdeep and from the cult. I'm sorry, from our he was a did I know him from the Golden Rose, Rango?
You didn't know him specifically from the Gilded Rose, no.
No, sorry, Gilded Rose. And have updates on possible world-ending events. Need guidance. Where should we meet?
Was that 25 words?
Bring beer.
I was not counting, so
Yeah,
was expecting someone.
I'm gonna assume that he was able to condense.
All right. Yeah, I'm ready to go talk to her. I had to look up her name again because
Yeah.
one time I forgot an NPC's character's name and she got pissed.
You are you get a message almost immediately, Sora. One word. Tribor.
Where is that on the map? Oh, Tribor. Oh, found it. Cool.
All right, now Asher. What were you doing? What were you saying? Sorry.
I'm trying to get Sigrid's help in forging this ridiculous sword for Fang.
Okay, are you going to her house or her workshop?
Is it like during the working day?
Yeah, right now it's kind of midday.
Well, yeah, I'd go to the workplace.
All right, dude, you find a very exhausted looking, just fed up, tired of it all, Sigrid hammering away at some kind of what looks like a buckler.
Hey Sigrid, what's up?
She looks up at you and says pretty casually, "Just working."
Hey, one of my friends, he kind of gave me a job. Um, you know how to work with mithril, right? I was wondering if I could list your help making this sword, and I show him the picture. I'm assuming he gave it to me.
Oh yeah.
Is he by with the slab of mithril, or did he follow you, or did...
I'm following. I'm helping this.
Okay.
Just following
She
around
looks
with a slab of
looks at the
mithril on cart.
ridiculous slab of mithril, and then says,
You just see Fang waving his hand. Hi. Outside with the cart.
and she's, "Did they put you up to this again?"
No, this is actually serious. I actually offered to make this silly weapon. Because it'd be faster and probably cheaper. I don't know.
Do you know how to
Just do
work?
things
What
on a
she
whim.
mean did we put him up to this? The fuck?
This would be the
Do you-
most expensive catfish ever.
Yeah. Do you know how to work with this material?
Um, I I don't know. I did pretty well the first time I did it, so
She pinches the bridge of her nose and says, for free.
Fucked up again.
I mean, look, I'll pay you. No, I'll make him pay you if you help out.
How much?
Fang,
What?
how much are you willing to pay the lady?
You see him hold up his
A
fingers.
small loan of $1 million. No.
How's 60 platinum?
60 platinum.
Meet me here at sunset and we'll begin.
Woo!
Okay, cool. And in the meantime, can I buy some parts for Aaron's arm and then work on it?
The one
So I
he's
just want to
having
point
me
out.
coat with mithril.
Oh, is it still being coated with mithril?
Recently finished.
I just want to point out that um, we passed up the opportunity to have the people who mine the or make it to pay someone else to make the art. Just throwing it out there.
I thought it was dumb from the beginning. I didn't want to say anything.
She was talking about having the runesmiths go at it, and I don't know about that stuff.
No,
Well,
she
I
was
think
saying
she's
if the
technically a
runesmiths had to go at it, she would have to pay more, but to just make a mithril sword would have been cheap.
Soren and Aaron are just in the background laughing. I also didn't want to say anything because it's your choice. But
Also, they said it would
I'm gonna
take
go get
2
drunk.
weeks. They also said it would take at least 2 weeks with Aaron's bullshit ability, Asher's bullshit abilities, plus Fang,
gonna
plus
say-
this other Smith person. I think that we could get it done in about a week.
I was gonna
His
say, I
barge
know
all
Aaron has a
chipping
lot
in.
of bullshit abilities, but I don't know how he's gonna make weapons.
I mean, didn't you have expertise in smith tools?
Yes.
Yeah, so assuming she knows how to actually forge the weapons, then you would be able to help at least. So I'll just have you roll with advantage a smith's tools check.
Alrighty.
Okay, yeah, it's a lot of painstaking work.
And I give that 24 a flash of genius.
Did
All
you
right, 28,
GM
so
whisper him? Or is roll 20 lagging? Yep, I'm disconnecting. That's what's happening. Hello?